And in this video we're going to talk about the Matsudans for Deadzone. When Deadzone 3rd edition first launched, there was something different with the Astarians. They added something new. They were the Matsudans. They are Samurai Sumo space lizard folk, and they, even though they started off as part of the Astarians, they have now branched off. They are not necessarily the last bastion between existence and the Night Stalkers, but they are the main ones who go and fight the Night Stalkers. They also basically fight with anyone they don't perceive as honourable or good. So really the GCPS, the Enforcers, the Forge Fathers, and especially the Maison Labs. They have a lot of Japanese sounding names and names from feudal Japan sort of era. But yeah, let's see. So on first with the leaders, the first one is the Hawaii Marionette Prime. There's only one option. It is 18 points. Speed 1-2, range of 5, fight to 4, survive 5, no armour, 2 health, size 1, 25mm base. Headstrong, honourable, recon 6+, tactician 1, and synchronised. Spend this result before the active Haniwa performs an advance or sprint action, declare which. Before moving it, another friendly Haniwa within 2 cubes may immediately take a free advance action. If the advance triggers an assault, it may use the companion keyword for the assault action, then continue with the active model's activation. Do not mark the non-active model as activated. So Haniwa stuff, that would be the Marionettes, the Marionette Prime, the Haniwa Duelists, anything else, and the Phantom. If you're mostly playing Haniwa stuff or Marionettes, it's pretty decent to take. If you're not, then it's probably not. But the Hawaii Prime is worth 2 victory points and comes with a no rifle, range 5 augmented, and a katana, which is close combat, AP1 augmented. It's not a bad leader if you're going for a mainly marionette force. If you're not, it's a bit a matter of meh. It's not to say it's a bad way to go. I mean, you survive on 5, so average. You fight on 4s with AP1 in close combat. You shoot on 5s, and you've got augmented on your close combat and range, so you've got something there. You've got headstrong, which means you've got some resilience against being pinned, so you got that going for you. But like I said, if you're not doing many marionettes, then it's not worth taking, I don't think. Next we have the Toshiori. Speed 1-2, range of 4, fight to 5, survive 4, armour 1, 3 health, size 2, 25mm base. That's generally the profile you get with Matsudans, apart from the range being 5 instead of 4. All of that just applies normally for most Matsudans. But back to this one. Honourable, Recon 4+, Resilient 1, Solid, Tactician 1, Tenacious, and Honourable Sacrifice, which does spend a special order result when a honourable model is in the same cube as a Haniwa or drone model would lose health. So basically, if a honourable model would lose health and a Haniwa or drone is in the same cube, the Haniwa or drone model takes damage instead of the target honourable model until it is killed. Any remaining damage goes on the original target model. If the attack targets both models, the sacrificing model must make its survive rolls first. Again, it works better if you've got Haniwa or drones, but considering it's a Matsudan and its stats aren't bad, you could just use it to do things. Thing is, you could use the Haniwa as troops and just have Matsudans as specialists, which ain't a bad way to go. You've got it burns weapons and sniper weapons in the Haniwa stuff, and grenade launchers, so you've got that going for it. So you could use the phantoms. So you could use the phantoms to soak up damage. And how many points are phantoms? 22 points. Yeah. So I mean, you're using them to soak up the damage instead of the Matsudans, which it might be a bit expensive to do, but it keeps the Matsudans alive. So you know, it's not bad. And recon on 4+, shooting on 4s as well. Can't go wrong with that. You've got two variants. They've both got body slam, which are close combat knockback. You've got the ion pistol, which is range 4 AP1, and that's 26 points. Or the iron rifle, which is range 6 AP1, and that's 30 points. They're both worth 2 victory points. Next we have the Ronin. There's only one variant, worth 30 points and 3 victory points. Speed 2-2. Yeah, don't ask. I don't get that either. Range of 5, fight of 3, survive 4, 1 armour, 3 health, size 2, 25mm base. Hacker, Outcast, Recon 5+, Scout, Solid, Tactician 1, Way of the Wanderer. So what that does is a friendly model gains Tenacious and Charged, but loses Honourable until the end of the round. If it has an Outcast, it also gains Resilient 1 until the end of the round. Losing Honourable is not a bad thing, because it means you are able to shoot and go into close combat and kill pinned models, which Honourable means you can't. Outcast effectively means that effectively means Honourable models don't get the bonus from the friendly in the same cube as it, which it's just how it works with these. The Ronin, good fighter. It's got Scout, so you get to make a move. It's got Hacker, so good on some objectives. Way of the Wanderer gets rid of Honourable, so it's not bad there. Comes with an energy bow, which is range 4. Body slam, which I've already been over. Anytime I say body slam, I'm not going to go over the stats. It's close combat and knockback. You've also got light blade, which is close combat AP2. If you're looking to maybe have a fair few outcasts, such as the Bloodhounds and the Otisora Legend, then yeah, why not? But getting rid of Honourable does have its advantages. Like I say, you can shoot and kill pinned models in close combat, which is nice. It's a really nice looking model as well, I'll say that much as well. Next we have the Goji, I think that's how you pronounce it. There's only one variant, 34 points and 3 victory points. Speed 1-2, range of 5, fight 4, survive 4, no armour, 3 health, size 2, 25mm base. Combat team training, Defender shield, Honourable, Life Support, Recon 5+, Solid, Tactician 2, Tenacious, and Honour above all. So what that does is, immediately after rolling and re-rolling command dice, pick up any army special results and turn them into a result of your choice. This basically means you change the dice from a splat result to any other facing you want. These dice cannot be used to purchase re-rolls during the round. After all models are activated, but before the end phase, if any command dice converted in this manner remain unspent, remove a friendly model of your choice as a casualty. So yeah, that's somewhat risky. But to be able to turn the splat to any facing you want, you could turn, say you got 3 splats. It's not going to happen that often, but could. You could turn them into 3 extra dice, or 3 extra shoots, or 3 extra combats, or 3 additional activations, or you know, whatever. I think it's a really good splat, but that bit of you've got to kill your own ones if you don't spend them all used. You've got to be careful. You have got to be careful. It comes with a gun buy, which are Close Combat Frenzy 2, and Body Slam. It's not meant to do any fighting or anything. It's meant to just stay out of the way. And it's got Defender Shield, so it's got Armour 1, and the friendly model gets an extra 1 armour, so you could use it to help support. It's also got life support, so it's not going to be that hard to kill. Combat team training, so if you lose over half your force, you can still reroll your dice, which is nice. It is an expensive, well, it's the most expensive leader, but it's a support leader. It's not there to fight, or can. It's definitely not there to shoot. Although if you pick up a grenade, you can. On to the troops and specialists, and starting with the Haniwa Duelist. Speed 1, 2, range of 6, fight of 5, survive 5, no armour, 2 health, size 1, 25mm base. You get 2 versions of Duelists. They both got no rifles, which I've already been over. The one with the Wakashi, Wakazshi, is worth 1 victory point and 8 points. It's close combat and augmented. Or you've got the Katana, which is 9 points, 1 victory point. Close combat, AP 1 augmented. So for that extra point, you get an AP. For 9 points, you've got well, not a great shooter weapon, but you can shoot. You've also got a not bad close combat capability. You've also got under control, because some models have got rampage. So depending on what you take, it might be worth taking a few of these. If you're taking Bloodhounds, because they've got rampage, it might be worth taking a few just for that. Or if you're taking the Osansho Predator, because that's a stealthy big lizard thing that's got rampage, might be worth yeah, going for it there. Or if you've got the Darub, not the Darubaj, sorry, the Kaijudan, that's got rampage as well. So if you take either of them two, it might be worth taking. Next we have the Bloodhound, speed 2, 2. Don't know why it does that. Don't know why it's not speed 2, 3, but hey ho. No range stat, fight 4, survive 5, no armour, 2 health, size 1, 25mm base. Beast, evade, outcast, rampage. 11 points, 1 victory point. Teeth and claws, close combat, frenzy 1. It's basically like a plague hellhound, except it fights better, and it's got evade, but it's got rampage. And it's got outcasts, so honourable models won't get an extra dice for a friendly. But the actual model is quite low to the ground, so it's going to be really easy to hide behind things. And the troops, so you can take a lot of them. And at 11 points, there could be reason to take these over the Duelists, because their fight stat isn't bad and they're fairly fast. They're not as fast as Plague Hounds, because Plague Hounds could go 3, but speed of 2, it's not bad. Next we have the Isha Medical Drone, and it is a troop. Speed 2, 3, range of 5, fight of 6, survive 5, 1 armour, 2 health, size 1, 40mm base. Construct, Hacker, Medic. It's 12 points and 1 victory point. Iron Discharge is range 2, AP 1, and Electroshock, which is close combat and stun. I mean, it's a medic. I'd say is worth taking because it's a troop, and it's got 1 armour, survives on 5, so that's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Having medic, considering Matsudans have got 3 health, is going to make them a bit more frustrating to deal with, quite frankly. It is worth 1 Vich point, but I know its ranged attack is short, but it is AP 1 and it shoots on 5, so you've got something for it at least. Next we have the Haniwa Marionettes. Speed 1, 2, range 5, fight 6, survive 5, no armour, 2 health, size 1, 25mm base. Headstrong and honourable. I'll just go on the tangent a little bit. The reason why they haven't got construct is because they've got a weird AI system that is basically make them self-aware to a point. Why they still haven't got construct, I don't know. They're still robotic bodies. It's not like they're alive, so they can be affected by toxic, which constructs cannot. So you've got the basic marionette, which is 9 points 1 Vich point with a no rifle. You've got a one with a filigister, which is range 2 augmented, it burns for 9 points 1 Vich point. You've got the grenade launcher, which is a specialist, range 5 augmented, frag 3 indirect for 15 points 2 Vich points. And the sniper rifle, which is range 8 augmented sniper scope, 2 Vich points, 18 points. I probably wouldn't go for the grenade launcher because yes, it's range 5, but I don't think that's good enough, to be honest. And well, for what they need to be, I don't think. And 15 points for what these are, I don't think it's a good idea. Plus, being it's a frag weapon, it can pin, which for the Matsudans, not necessarily a good idea unless you know what you're doing. The sniper rifle, it's a little bit expensive, but a sniper rifle's a sniper rifle. And you've got augmented, so you get to reroll up to 2 dice if you want to use that. You've got range 8 as well, so I don't think it's that bad still, to be honest. You're surviving on 5, so at least you've got a little bit of durability. The filigister, I like them because they burn. Burny things are always cool. And they're troops. Next we have the support drone. Speed 1, 2, range of 5, no fight stat, survive of 6, no armour, 2 health, size 1, 25mm base. Beast on construct. So you get the support drone for 10 points 1 Vich point, and it's troop. Twin no rifles, range 5, weight fire 1. You get the support drone, which is 12 points no Vich points, and is a troop. Have cloaking device, which gives cloaking device, and is close combat for some reason. Cloaking device. This device disrupts the visual appearance of troops or models in a cube or adjacent to a cube containing a model with a cloaking device. Will suffer a -1 dice modifier to target them with a shoot. No additional effects will be gained from smoke or additional cloaking devices. Models benefiting from a cloaking device may also be subject to a clear shot modifier for a total of +1. It's worth taking them. It just means things are a lot more durable. And it's troop and not worth any victory points, so if you lose it, you're not really losing much. Next one is a support, 12 points 1 victory point, the comms array. Range 2, communications relay, hacker, psychic, suppression, tactician 1. It's range 2, but it's psychic and suppression, and it gives tactician 1, so if your leader dies, you've at least got an extra command dice, so that's cool. Communications relay is not bad, but it is a specialist you're using it for, so I think the cloaking device drone is the best one out of them, because you just mean everything within a 1 cube radius has got some durability to it. Next we have the Matsudans themselves, finally. Speed 1, 2, range of 5, fight 5, survive 4, 1 armour, 3 health, size 2, 25mm base. Honourable, solid and tenacious. So the CWAC, or Sea Wake, is 15 points, 1 victory point. Shock Maul, which is close combat, hacker, smash 1. So that's not bad. It's also got Body Slam. You've also got the Matsuri, which is worth 15 points, 1 victory point. Iron Rifle, range 6, AP 1. So you've got some anti-armor capabilities as a troop. Both the Suwaki and Matsutori is a troop. The Oziki is a specialist, 17 points, 2 victory points. Iron Barrage, which is range 8, AP 1 suppression. So even though it's a suppression weapon, it's AP 1. Nice. Then you've got the Yokozuna, which is a specialist, 22 points, 2 victory points. Iron Cannon, which is range 5, AP 2, firing platform 1. So they've changed how firing platform works. Anything that's got a firing platform does not just apply to vehicles, it applies to anything. What's the point of Hollow Sight now? I've no idea. So yeah, the Yokozuna immediately stands out because it gets 4 dice for shooting at AP 2. Range 5 is slightly short, only slightly, but range 5 still ain't bad. They've all got body slams, yeah. The Sueki gets 4 dice in close combat because you've got smash 1. So that's not bad either. The Matsutori, basic shooting, but with AP 1. So they're not bad. The one that's potentially the weakest is the Akazi, but that's because Honourable can't shoot or damage in close combat pinned models. But you've got AP 1 and range 8, so you could potentially kill them before they get pinned. Next we've got the weapon drones. Speed 1, 2, range 5, no fight stat, survive of 6, 1 armour, 3 health, size 2, 40mm base. Beast and Construct. They're all specialists. For 15 points and 1 victory point you get the shield generator, which gives shield generator 4. Good durability option. You could combine that with the cloaking device support drone and just have stuff really hard to kill. You've got to make sure you get it to work, and I think it's a case of who moves and when. That's how you'd get that to work, but it can. Next you have the for 20 points and 2 victory points you get the Fission Beamer, range 10 AP 3, so good against walkers, striders, iron ancestors and the like. Next is for 20 points and 3 victory points the Pulse Bombard, range 6, frag 4 indirect, so a slightly short range mortar. Finally you've got for 24 points 3 victory points the Plasma Vortex, which is range 4, explosive, frag 5. So it is short range at range 4, so you probably are going to have to move about a bit, but frag 5. That's nice. I've not got any of these and I probably don't plan to use any, but honestly they all have uses. The Fission Beamer one, range 10, so you can keep it out of the way. The Pulse Bombard, you can shoot indirect things and shoot on 5s. More times than not you're going to hit your target. The shield generator, yeah, that'd be good for a laugh, defensive options. And the Plasma Vortex, yeah, you're going to have to move it, but frag 5. I mean, it's only 24 points, so it's not that bad. If you are against someone fast, like Vermin or Plague, the weapon drones and support drones to a lesser extent are not worth taking. They do not have the speed, and they haven't got a good survive stat to, well, survive. Surviving on 6s isn't great. Yes, they've got armor 1 and the size 2, so chances are they'll not be smaller than the target, but they won't last. They do not have the capability to survive. So the Plasma Vortex is risky, but if you can pull it off, it's going to hurt. I mean, frag weapons aren't necessarily designed to kill. They're meant to just blow people about, but with frag 5, I reckon you could get 1 to 2 kills pretty easily, I think. Next is the Haniwa Phantom. It's a specialist with 22 victory points and 2 victory points and 22 points. Speed 1, 2, range of 5, fight 4, survive 5, 1 armour, 4 health, size 2, 40 mil base. Agile, evade, headstrong and honourable. It hasn't got stealthy, but it has got agile and evade. So in some ways this one is better than the Asterian one. But I know it's negligible. Oh no, this, I tell a lie, there's something else. The Asterian one is a support. And this is only a specialist. Comes with twin no rifles, range 5, augmented weight fire 1, and spirit fists, which augmented frenzy 1 because it's a close combat weapon. Phantom's not bad. It just seems like a jack of all trades on the face of it, but it's size 2 with 4 health, so it's kind of comparable to the Plague Murder Birds, except the Murder Birds can fly and haven't got armour, and haven't got frenzy in close combat, and it hasn't got a ranged weapon, so I suppose this is somewhat better than the Murder Bird, I guess. Yeah, I'd say that. I'd like to see a Phantom go up against a Murder Bird to see which one is better fighting them, but if you want something that looks really terrifying, like a big giant marionette, just the size of it is gonna make your opponent concerned because it's quite a sight. The model's not as huge as you might think, but it is still fairly big, actually. But because of how thin it is, you can still hide it behind terrain pretty easily. And if you know what doing, you can remodel it so it looks fairly different and looks like it's doing a ninja pose like I've got it. I don't know if that'd be illegal in games, but that's what I've done. If you don't want to take any marionettes and just want to take phantoms, it's not necessarily a bad idea. The problem is it is a specialist slot, so you got to have to be careful of that. Next we have the Matsudan Grav Bike. They're both specialists because there's 2 options. Speed 1, 3. Okay. Range of 5, fight to 5, survive 4. Armour 2, 3 health, size 3, 40 mil base. Considering the size of the actual jet bike, I'd have thought it'd be 4 health, but yeah, whatever. Then again, it is size 3, and most biker models are only either one size bigger than the actual model, or the same size. So the unicycles are size 1. The Forge Father Valkyries are size 2. And these are fairly big, so size 3 does make sense. It's got Flight, Honourable, Resilient 1 and Vehicle. You've got 2 options. You've got they both got Ram, which are close combat, knockback, smash 1, which isn't bad. And you, for 23 points, 3 victory points, you've got the twin no rifles, which are range 6, AP 1, rapid fire. Why it hasn't got weight fire 1, don't know. Or for 29 points, 3 victory points, you get the Iron Repeater, which is range 6, AP 1, weight fire 2. I don't understand the point of that. I'd have thought it'd have weapon platform 1, and maybe something else, because they're both range 6 with AP 1. It's just you're getting weight fire 2 with the Iron Repeater. Save the 6 points and spend it on something else, because the twin iron rifles will set you back quite well enough. The Iron Repeater, I'm not seeing the point of it. Maybe make it AP 2 or something. Just, I don't know, give it something else. It's not a bad model. And I'll just go off on the tangent a little bit again. On the box for these, it doesn't show both options on the back of the box. both options are included, and it doesn't show both options on the website, but don't worry, both options are included in the box. So if you're concerned on if you're going to get both options to try and model, you can, and you do, so don't worry. Finally for these is the Inashi. It's specialist, 24 points, 2 victory points. Speed 1, 2, no range stat, fight 4, survive 4, 2 armour, 3 health, size 2, 25mm base. Honourable, solid and tenacious. It comes with body slam as normal. Dual light blades, close combat, AP2, frenzy 1. I've viewed Inishi before and it's pretty decent. If your opponent allows the Inishi to get into close combat with them, yeah, it's just going to kill things. It's size 2, so basic infantry, yeah, you really need to be good in close combat to be even to stand a chance. Suppression has got no chance against it because it's solid. I mean, the only real downside is it's not fast, but other than that, it's a fantastic worker and a really good close combat guy. Would you take one of these over the Phantom? You can't. Can you actually compare the two? You can't really, because the Phantom's got a shooting weapon and got more health, and has got more manoeuvrability because it's got evade and agile, whereas the Inishi's got more armour, it's got a better survive stat, and it's got AP in close combat. So I don't think it's comparable. I don't think it is, but the Inishi's really good and the model's really nice, and you can get it separate now. 10 quid might seem a lot for one, but the detail on it is fantastic. The blades on them are so thin, but I've not heard anyone say they break or they've not had any difficulty with them, and they just look so good. If you are good at painting armour and ceremonial armour, you are going to love painting these. Next we have the sports, starting with the Kajudan. Bless you. 26 points, 3 victory points. Speed 1, 2, range of 5, fight of 5, survive of 5. 2 armour, 4 health, size 3, 60mm base. Rampage and Walker. The only way to get it is through the vault. I'll put my normal link below to which month of the vault you can get it on. I like the model. Some think it's a little bit small and some don't, like the daft bits at the top that make it look like it's got bunny ears, but it's basically a mini Mecha Godzilla. Rampage and Walker. It's got Atomic Breath, which is range 3 augmented, it burns toxic 1. Yeah. So, a range 3 it burns weapon is not usual, and it's got toxic 1, so depending on what you use against, it's really going to hurt things. I mean, against a lot of Plague actually, because a lot of Plague hasn't got armour, or small amounts of armour. It's going to be really good actually. Against GCPS, do that again, shall I? On to the sports, starting with the Kajudan. 26 points, sorry, 3 victory points. Speed 1, 2, range of 5, fight of 5, survive 5. 2 armour, 4 health, size 3, 60mm base. Rampage and Walker. It's got Atomic Breath, which is range 3, augmented, it burns toxic 1. And Stomp, which is close combat, smash 2. So it's got 5 dice in close combat, it's size 3, so potentially you'll have an extra one, so chances are you will have 6 dice in close combat, so it is not messing around in close combat. Yes, you need 5s, but with 5 or 6 dice, it's going to cause some damage. Atomic Breath is range 3, it burns weapon, which isn't usual. Range 3, it burns weapon does give you a little bit of leeway. Toxic 1 against things such as certain plague, vermin, and GCPS / Maison Labs models. It's really going to cause some chaos. Hang on, Night Stalkers as well. Night Stalkers is really going to hate this one because from what I gather, none of them's got armour. Some of them's got tough, yes, but if you can get past that Toxic's really going to do a number on them. Your main problem you've got to watch out for this is the fact it's got Rampage. And you survive on 5. Surviving on 5 isn't that bad, but because you've got Rampage, it's something you have to keep watching out for. And because it's got Walker, you can't heal it. Next, we have the Oshanoshu Predator. I think that's how you pronounce it. 30 points, 3 victory points. Speed 2-3, range of 5, fight of 3, survive 5, no armour, 4 health, size 3, 60mm base. It's I think it's the Lecledon model for the Salamanders for Kings of War. You will need to find 60mm base because it only comes with a 50mm square. Just as a tip, Mantic, maybe in the future change the box so it can be used for both and include a 60mm round as well as a 50mm square, just in future. It comes with Razor Talons, which are close combat AP1, Frenzy 1. And Tail Sweep, which is range 1, knockback. It's got Beast, Outcast, Rampage and Tough. It's fast, it's got Tough, so you can potentially negate the Rampages going off. I thought it had Stealthy before, but okay, fair enough. AP1 in close combat with Frenzy 1, it's not bad. It fires on 3s, which, you know, helps a lot. Tail Sweep, I don't think you're going to use that often, but you might, I guess, you might. It's a nice model and I'd like to see it being used. I'll have to see how it works. It is a fair bit of points though, and the Inishi and the Phantom are only size 2, yes, but they are a fair bit cheaper, so maybe for your first few games trying them out, maybe go for them and then work your way up to a Predator, but yeah, we'll see with that. Next we have the Darabochi, I think that's how you pronounce it, mech. Speed 1-2, range 5, fight of 4, survive 5, armour 3, 4 health, size 4, 60mm base. I'd have thought it'd have more health because it's quite big. I'd have thought it'd have 5 health, to be honest. I don't know why it's got 4, that seems a bit weak, to be honest. But that's just me. Fire control, gas cloud smoke, honourable walker. So it can plant smoke down, which is nice. You've got 2 variants. You've got the assault mech variant, which is 40 points, 4 victory points. It's got a chain linked Kurosagami. Range 2 AP1 knockback. It's got heavy fission beamer, which is range 10 AP5. And it's Kurosami can be used in close combat, AP2, Frenzy 1 and Tenacious. So this is the one you kind of want to use if you want a close combat and anti-armour variant. So you could have it hanging back because it's got range 10, AP5. Or you could have it getting into close combat because it's got AP2, Frenzy 1. Because why not? And if you're just out of close combat range, you can fire the chain linked variant and the heavy fission beamer in one shooting. So that's not bad. Then you've got the other variant of the mech, which is the Sport Mech. 42 points, 4 victory points. Shield Launcher, which is range 3, Grenade, Shield Generator 1. Gives a bit of support option, shooting shield generator grenades all over the place, not bad. The main thing you've got to be careful of that is your opponent can take use of them as well. Grenade Launcher, which is range 3, Frag 3, Grenade. It's not alright, it's not alright. Iron Barrage, range 8, AP1, Augmented Suppression. not bad. So you've got a grenade launcher, and you've got a suppression weapon as well. Blow things all over the place and suppress them wherever you want. Why not? You've also got a Shrewdudo shield, which is close combat weapon, defender shield, knockback. So you can do close combat with this one, but this is more for shooting and, as it says, support. You've got 4 armor with this because you've got the defender shield. And last tangent, hopefully. In the rulebook, it just states Striders because there's only the big shield for the Striders. But really, if you use your head just a little bit, it does mean anything that's got a defender shield, which is kind of what it means and kind of what it says above as well. So, yeah, if someone says, oh, you can't use it because it's not a Strider, those people know they're talking absolute. Which version would I use? I don't know, to be honest. To start, when I first saw the model, it looked weird because it's got 4 legs. It's like 2 of the legs are facing backwards, 2 of the legs are facing forwards. But actually, once you've seen the model, it's not bad. I don't know which one I'd use. They both are pretty decent. The assault mech, you can either stand him back, or you can either get it. You can get it in close combat. Either way works for it. The support mech, suppress things. Actually, the support mech, if you're taking a fair few outcasts, the support mech's probably a better option because it pins things, and honourable things can't kill pin things. Whereas the assault mech would work better if you're taking an honourable list. That's how I'd work it, especially considering it's got honourable to start with. On to the living legend, starting with Paraxis of the Burning Tide. It's actually a Asterian model, a living one no less. Why it couldn't be a Matsudan, I don't know. 24 points, 2 victory points, speed 1, 2, range of 5, fight 4, survive 5, armour 1, 2 health, size 1, 25mm base. Communications relay, energy shield 3, headstrong, honourable, tactician 2. It's got no pistol, which is range 3, charge blast, which is close combat knockback, and energy pulse, which is range 1 knockback. Communications relay and tactician 2 is the only reason to take this. Other than that, I've got no idea what the point of it is at all. I mean, if you're taking the lead that's only got tactician 1, and you need the communications relay going off, yeah. Other than that, it's that communications relay and tactician 2. That's the reasons why you take them. Other than that, there's literally no reason why you take it whatsoever. Next we have Otosaura, which is a model that actually started in Star Saga. The expansion where you were against the Nameless, no less. 31 points, 3 victory points. Speed 1, 2, range 4, fight 5, survive 4, armour 2, 3 health, size 2, 25mm base. Honourable, outcast, solid and tenacious. So the worst of both worlds then. It's honourable, so it can't kill pin models, and it's an outcast, so honourable models don't get an extra dice because of a friend in close combat. Brilliant! It's got an iron cannon, which range 5 AP 2 firing platform, and it's got the body slam. Otosaura, you just use it to, or is it a blow? Not sure. Just use Otosaura, stand back and fire. Shoots on 4s with AP 2 and 4 dice. You've got 2 armour, so you've got some durability to you, especially considering you survived on 4s, and you've got solid, so you ain't gonna get pinned. It's the living legend that I'd potentially use, to be honest, because you're shooting on 4s with 4 dice. So equipment wise, you can have AP ammo up to 2, 6 points each, ammo as many as you want, 2 points each. Combat Blade, 1 as many as you want, 2 points each. Energy Shield 2, and you can only have 1 of these, 4 points. Energy Shield 3, and you can only have 1 of these, 8 points. Frag Grenade, you can have as many as you want, 5 points. And Medipack, you can have up to 2, 4 points each. The Matsudans, in their basic, as I can see, are a defensive faction. They've got 3 health, surviving on 4s and size 2. They've got solid, so they can't be pinned. And most of the weapons have got AP on them. They have got honourable, so you're going to have to be careful, because if you pin things or... well, if you pin things from suppression or from grenades and the like, you can't really do anything to them. On the other side, you do have outcasts, which mean you can kill if they're pinned, but the downside to that is most of the outcasts have actually got rampage. So if you do take a fair few outcasts, you are going to have to deal with rampage a fair bit. The Matsudans are also mainly average when it comes to shooting and fighting in close combat, needing 5s across the board for most of this stuff, which isn't bad, but you need some things that are specialised, like most factions really, to do more damage. The thing with them is also that you're not potentially going to have that many models because of the points costs of the faction, unless you go for mainly marionettes and the like. But if you go for mainly Matsudans, you're going to be a bit expensive. You're not going to be the most expensive because your stats are a bit lower than most of the elite factions, but you are still going to have less models than most others. The Matsudans, I think, are going to be a deceptively powerful faction. They might not look it on the face of it, but from what I can see, they are going to be really good if someone knows what they're doing. They are a beginner faction. If you want to get Matsudans as your first Deadzone faction, you're not gonna feel like you got conned or anything. And plus, a basic box has got 9 models, and you can, with 8 of them, make a 150 point force. Yeah. So, thank you for watching this video. Goodbye for now.